Hi guys. So I wanted to do a video on makeup brushes. I really wanted to kind of just show the top 5 makeup brushes that I use on a daily basis that I have a lot of backups for because I tend to only wash them about once every 2 weeks or so, but I'll do spot treatments in between. So I just wanted to kind of show you guys what I use. You don't need to use the brands that I use, but just the kind of structure of them is probably more important than the brand themselves. There's some really good ones, there's some not so good ones out there. A lot of mine are a mix. I have e.l.f., I've got Smashbox, I've got Sigma, I have ones from the art supply store, which I really like. Really just depends on your budget. It really depends on, how you feel. And, those are something that I would invest in. If you're gonna, have a makeup kit, or if you're a professional, getting really good brushes or getting brushes that are higher end are definitely better than maybe going for something that's gonna fall apart in 6 months to a year after you've washed them about 6 million times. I know I wash mine at least twice a month, deep cleaning twice a month, and then I do spot treatments in between. So this is just my interpretation of it, and you can take it for what it's worth. I just, these are just things that I think would be beneficial for some of you out there, and some of them are really affordable, others are a little bit more pricey, but I feel like I get a lot of wear out of them, and I've had them for quite a while. So because of that, I just thought I'd share my knowledge. And there's my cat. What are you doing? Hey, hey. Get off there. Come on. Thank you. Jeez. Can't get anything done around here. Whew. Okay, so let's start with face brushes. I've got 5 face brushes and 5 brushes for your eyes. I feel like those are the 2 that really matter. Lip brushes, I don't really use too much. Some people love them. They've got nice full lips. I really just kind of work right out of the tube. I'm not too picky about that. And if I do have lines or anything, I use concealer brush and just kind of clean up those lines. So I'm not really into lip brushes. I might down the road, invest in a few and maybe do another review, but review on the best lip brushes, who knows. If that's something you want to see, guys, let me know and I'll be happy to make that video. Please tell me what you think, and let's just get to it. So let's start off with the ones I start off with first. The ones I really like and the ones that I use on a really regular basis are more of a higher end brush. I really love this brush. You've probably seen it all over the internet. I use it constantly, and it's really dense, which is something that I love. This one is actually the Sigma Round Top Kabuki. It's the F82. I love this brush. I don't know if you can see it here. It's really dirty. I'm sorry, I used it this morning. I really use it just to dab or pat on all of the foundation that I have. I also use this for mineral makeup, so if I'm going out and I don't want to use liquid, or if I'm not doing too dolled up, if I'm just going to work, I'll use like Bare Minerals, and then I'll use this brush. Bare Minerals comes with a brush, or you can buy a brush. I don't really like that one. It doesn't have enough coverage for me. I feel like I get more of an airbrush finish with this. I also feel like I get more coverage with this. So definitely, kind of play around with brushes when it comes to mineral makeup. For liquid, I really feel like I get more of a kind of full coverage with this, and I really just dab it on there and kind of pack it onto my skin. So this is definitely, for me, one of my holy grail brushes. If I didn't have this brush, I don't know what I'd do. I really pack it on. I use it to get in to those really red areas and cover all that up with a full coverage foundation. This is awesome. I would definitely invest in kabuki brushes, not the short little kabukis. I don't really like those very much. I like more of the long handle, really dense, because you can see how dense this is. Like, it is super dense, and it's compact and even really nice. I really love this brush. My next brush that I wanted to talk about is the large angle contour, and it's at F40. It's from Sigma. It looks like this. Again, it's very dirty. I'm sorry, I used it this morning. I love this brush. I feel like it gets in those hollows of those cheeks. It really kind of gives you that nice contour you're looking for, but it doesn't overly apply the product. So you're not sitting there with a ton of product trying to blend everything out. This really gives it a nice gentle feel. It's really nice and soft, and it's really, it is condensed, but it's not super dense like this one. It's not super packed in. I mean, you can tell a difference for sure. They are very nice. The make is great. It doesn't shed a lot. Some of the other Sigma brushes really do shed, but these two, for the most part, have stood the test of time for me. I've washed them, God, hundreds of times. Let's be real. And they still have their shape, which is great. So I would definitely recommend this brush. If you don't get this brush in particular, there's another brush that's really good. I like it. I think it's from Real Techniques, and they've got an angled brush that's really good too, and it's kind of condensed like this one is, so when you get into the hollows of the cheeks and really work that in, it's going to give you a nice, it's not going to give you a line, and it's not going to pack on too much product. It's really just going to blend out really nicely and give you that nice contour without overdoing it. So this is definitely the way to go. My next one, I have a big fluffy brush. I love this brush. It doesn't have a name. I'm so sorry, you guys. I think it was an e.l.f. brush. I'm pretty sure it's from e.l.f. I can't remember, because it looks, this is my other e.l.f. brush, and they look very similar. This one's just a square or a flat top, I'm sorry, a flat top kabuki. So I think that they're from the same brand. They look very, very similar. This one's coming apart. But I love this brush. I use this, you've seen it in probably a few of my videos too, where I really go in and kind of blend out anything that might be harsh, any kind of lines here, up with the hairline, underneath here for the contour, so that I can cover my fluff. But yeah, something like this. I think that you guys have seen this several times. It does not have a name, but I love this brush. I have another one as well somewhere. I think it's right here. Oh yeah. I've got another one. I've got duplicates, and they both don't have names. What the heck? It's like epic fail for my life right now. I can't figure out, to save my life, where these brushes came from. I don't really care because I love them, but he's been riding with me for quite a while, so I'm just hoping that he doesn't break on me. But I do have a backup, so that's okay. I really, really love this brush, and it just really blends out all those harsh lines. Even if I have harsh lines, or if I have too much contour in the socket area, I kind of go through with this, and it kind of gets all of that out and really just kind of blends it. So this is a really, really good brush. Something that has a round top, something that's nice and fluffy. You can see here, I mean, honestly, it's got shorter bristles through here. And I know Real Techniques makes one that's pretty affordable. Eco Tools has a great one. I'm trying to think. Japanique, I think that's what it's called. Please don't, I know I butcher these names, I'm sorry. They've got really wonderful brushes, so I would definitely keep that in mind. But having a nice, fluffy, dense brush like this is always nice to have in your kit. Okay, so let's move on to the next one. So the next one is from e.l.f. I know this for a fact, as I'm waving it at you. I really love this brush. This is a small tapered brush. This has been all over the tube. Let's be real. Everybody knows about this brush. Everybody probably has 6 of these brushes. They're $3. I mean, they're so affordable. I haven't had any issues with shedding with this. I've washed it a few times. I got it about the beginning of the year, and I love this brush. I really use it. Actually, I've been using it lately for my my under eye setting, and for blending out my under eye concealer, of all things. So I would put on the concealer like crazy, like I always do, and then I'd go through and pat it instead of using my fingers with a beauty blender, and then using my HD powder to go under here, or my selfie powder, which I really, really like. It feels like it doesn't break up on me as much. I really can get right close to the bottom lash line, and really kind of, instead of stroking it, I kind of just pat it, and I get more of a airbrush finish. Or I love this brush. I love how it comes to a point and it's nice and tapered. You can see here, it's nice and tapered. It looks like this. It's been all over the tube. If you haven't heard, You will, believe me, it's in pretty much every video ever. And I mean, $3, you can't beat that. This thing is awesome. And I know that there's other ones from Sigma. They've got ones at Real Techniques. They've got all sorts of ones. As long as it's got a little bit of a taper or a little bit of a tip on the top and it's kind of fluffy, I mean, it'll do the job. I really just love this brush. For $3, I mean, you can't go wrong, for sure. My last one for face is my fan brush. I love this brush. This one is actually a weird thing. This is Simply Simon and it's number 4, and this one is from Michael's of all places. I really love this brush. I got it when I was actually out just shopping and looking for paint supplies with a friend of mine, and we came across the makeup brushes. I wish there was a whole aisle of makeup brushes. That'd be amazing. Be overwhelming. But paint brushes, fell in love with this almost at first sight. I think it was only $3.99. So Michael's is definitely the place to go. I use this for my highlight on my cheeks, and I just go through like this. I did use it for the forehead as well, and then a little bit on the chin. I don't really put too much in the cupid's bow because I don't really have a pronounced cupid's bow, so I don't really try to accentuate it too much. But I really love this with my highlighters, and it really just gives it a nice, really kind of kissed, not overly done, not too much product. Ooh, I've got the hiccups, sorry. But I just kind of lightly pull that through on the highs of my cheeks and a little bit right here. And it's really, really nice. It's super soft. It's super thin too, if you can see that. Here, let me see if I can show you. It's super thin, so it doesn't have too many bristles, so I haven't washed it yet, even though it's like super dirty. I haven't washed it yet, so I'll let you guys know, but you know, for the most part, the paint brushes themselves are made to be washed and made to stand the test of time as long as you take care of them. So you shouldn't have too much issue with fallout with this one. But those are my 5 favorite face brushes that I use every single day. If I don't have one, I feel like my makeup doesn't go on as well than it would if I, you know, have that particular brush. So that is my face brushes. Let's go ahead and move on to the eye brushes. So I said I have 5 eye brushes that I really love. I actually have 6. There's a little sneaky one that made it in, and I just wanted to show and kind of share that with you as well. And they are affordable, which is great. And let's go ahead and get started. The first brush that I use on a daily basis, which I really, really love, is my Sigma eye shading brush, and it's E55. It looks like this. This brush here is really nice. It's super stiff. It packs on a lot onto the eyelid because you can actually pack on the product and you don't feel like you're using too much. It's really wonderful for that. Pigments, this would be great for glitter, shimmer, anything like that. This would be really wonderful for. You'd get a lot of bang for your buck and you'd really get more intensity with it. And you can see here how it's super stiff and really dense. It's short too. So e.l.f. makes one too. It's the eyeshadow C brush. It looks like that. And you can tell that they're both very dense and very stiff. Here, let me see if I can hold them. Ooh, hi. Okay, like that. This one's $3. This one I think is like $16. So it really is up to you. I mean, this one has been a holy grail because if I can't find this one, I am all over this. This one is wonderful, and the fact that like it's super dense. I have never had an issue with this one, and the fact that there's no fallout. Whenever I wash it, it doesn't have any fallout. It never sheds. It's an awesome brush. So affordable wise, I would definitely say the e.l.f. brush is the way to go. My next brush is a blending E25 from Sigma. I love this brush. Again, it's dirty, I'm sorry. This brush is really nice because it is a little bit thinner. It really does get into that crease really nicely, and you can use it to blend out. I usually use it as a clean brush after I've put on my transition color or my really dark color and kind of blend this out with this brush, and it's usually clean. Or I'll do my under eye and I'll smoke it out with this brush. I really love it. I think that, you know, no matter what you use it for in the eye or, you know, under the eye or whatever, you're gonna get a lot of bang for your buck when it comes to this. I like the fact that it's nice and dense. It does have longer bristles, so you really get more of a nice blending effect with this one. Wonderful brush. It works really, really well. I would definitely recommend this brush to anybody. Okay, so the next brush is, this is my Crease Brush from Smashbox. I love this brush. I don't know what I'd do without it. I lost it for like a day and a half and I cried, literally cried. My boyfriend was like, you need to relax yourself, but I couldn't do it because I really love this brush. This brush has been with me since I was 17. I have had this forever. I think I got it off QVC of all things. They had a sale. This one is awesome. If you don't have a good fluffy brush to really get in those creases and really give that transition color, use it for your transition color. It's really beautiful. It really kind of blends everything out. You really get a great look with it. And I mean, you can go in later with this brush and then use a darker color in the crease and kind of blend it out with this one. I use this for everything. I love it. A lot of times I'm using brushes and I don't use too many because I don't want to go overboard, but this one is always going to be in my hand. I love, love, love this brush, and I've had it forever and I haven't lost any bristles yet. So definitely Smashbox makes some awesome brushes. Okay, so we've got 3 more brushes left because we have 6. So my next brush is actually a eyebrow brush. I have used this in some of my videos, I believe, and I love this brush. It's actually called Simply Simon, like the other one, and it's 1 1/4. And this one is an angled brush. It looks like this. It came in a set of 4, and I've got 4 different angled brushes, and they all have different measurements on them. This one is great for getting underneath that eyebrow and really just kind of picking that up. It doesn't hold too much product, which is great, so I kind of go in and just feather it in, and it looks like my actual eyebrow hairs. I don't feel like it really gives me too much of that like pronounced eyebrow, which some people love. I'm not a fan. I actually like my natural arch, and then I just kind of fill in any small gaps that I might have. This works really, really, really well. And I think it was like $10 for all 4. And you could probably get it all by itself for maybe like $2.99, but don't quote me on that. The paint brushes are awesome at Michael's. I would definitely recommend these. Okay, so we've got 2 more. Let's go ahead with the pencil brush. Everybody loves their pencil brushes. I feel like a lot of YouTubers use the MAC, let's see, what is this? The MAC 210. I'm not a huge fan. I actually really like my Smashbox better. It's a little bit thicker. Here, I'll show you. It's a little bit thicker, and it's a little bit more dense up here, and it's got more bristles, so it's a little bit more compact. I feel like it blends out underneath the eye so much better. I use it in the crease and in the outer corner or the outer crease to really give me a wing look, or I can use it to just kind of pack on that color without having it go all over my lid. This brush is awesome. You can tell a difference with the MAC 210, how small it is and how big, here, big the Smashbox one is. These ones, I mean, I interchange them, but I really kind of go for this one. I've had this, again, I think I've got these together in a set from QVC like a million years ago, and I love them. I can tell you this much, that these brushes are definitely worth the money. They stand the test of time. I've never had an issue. I've never had any kind of fallout with these. They work really well and they never disappoint. I would definitely say if you're going to buy a good set of brushes, I would go for Smashbox first, then Sigma, then maybe MAC, depending on price point. But if you're going to do some really, really good brushes that you know are not going to break on you, I would definitely go for these. Okay, so my last brush is again another one from Michael's. I love this brush. I think you saw it in my last tutorial, my affordable makeup tutorial. This one is really good. If you haven't seen it, I'll link it down below. This is a great brush. I got it from Michael's or Joann's, I'm not quite sure. But one of the teachers that I had in beauty school had this brush, so she showed us how to use it and how she used it, and I fell in love. I had to run out and get it immediately. And I don't know if they still have this brush, but it's really weird, and I totally think it's like absurd that I love it so much, but it is what it is. So let me go ahead and show you. I love this brush. This brush is so weird. It is the tiniest little fan brush ever. It's ridiculous, but it totally works. I use it for my under eye when I'm trying to smoke out my lower lash line and really kind of get a deep color in there. It really gets nice and close to the lash line without actually poking you in the eye. But this brush is awesome. I know it looks absolutely crazy, but this one is called the Lowell Cornell 7200 fan brush. This is awesome. I have washed it several times, probably up towards the hundreds. I've had it forever. I've had it for like 5.5 years, and it's crazy how well this stands up to, oh my God, look at this cat right now. Look at this. What is this? He's wired tonight. I don't know what is his deal. He's just having too much fun. On the top too, if I am trying to smoke out my eyeliner. So something like this is really, really great to have. You can also use it when you're contouring your nose and kind of fan that out, that contour color. I know it sounds crazy, but it totally works. And also you can use it to crisp up those lip lines down here and up here. You can use it to kind of crisp that all up and really make sure that you've got a really nice line for your lips if you're wearing like a really dark color lipstick, or if you're using red, whatever. This is awesome. I would recommend this to anybody. I know it's crazy, and I know you've probably never seen it on YouTube before, but this is the brush. This is the brush to have. I love this brush. So those are the 10 brushes that I use on a daily basis. Those are the ones that are my holy grails that I couldn't live without, and I hope this was informative. I hope you learned something, and if you guys have holy grail brushes, please let me know. I would love to hear what you guys use on a daily basis. Maybe it's something different from what I use, and you know, maybe I'll invest and do an update video sometime soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you again for the love and support. Please thumbs up this video, subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye. Of course, now you're laying down after I'm done filming. What the hell? Say hi. How cute are you? I can't be mad at you. Aw. You're my baby. Say hi. He's just sleeping. Of course he's calm after I'm done recording, but even though he's a pain in the butt. Bye.